Hiding in the woods seemed to be the beast known as the Vortex. But TMiR's brought his treatment to come provoke me. On these plains of Tzeentch, Plague of Rust, Sear and Doom on our caster, we have the summoning for the spawn. 2 Marauders, 1 shield, the other shield variant. 4 Centaurs of Tzeentch holding out. 4 Blue Horrors, because we need the fire. TMiR bringing Deepwood Scouts as an Eternal Guard to hold. 2 Treemen, Firebark Elders, and Dorthu, which really threw me off. Wasn't expecting Dorthu, but especially with how good Tzeentch is at taking out large entities. This is a really ballsy move here. Really ballsy, especially with the magic damage as well, but yeah, I'm kind of regretting not bringing Halberd Chaos Warriors. Although I was afraid of regrowth, but TMiR, I don't think TMiR would have picked that. He doesn't like doing his meta picks. And to be fair, I wasn't either. I could easily have brought Changebringers and just melted everything here. That would have been unfair, but him hiding in the woods would have countered that, I guess. Doing a little cycle charge in here, trying to make sure I can get what I can. Just being annoying with the Searing Doom. Hell, I could have went with Final Transmutation and just forced him to stay in the woods. Yeah, forced him actually to come out in the open, and then my Centaurs of Tzeentch would have had a nice little time. But I have my complaints about Final Trans. My complaints for Final Trans are mostly because it's needed for against certain builds. Well, not necessarily needed, but for some faction you definitely need it because they don't have the damage output. It's very strange. Very strange. I'm actually surprised how well this Lord on Disc, the Sorcerer Lord on Disc, is doing to all these infantry units, just cycle charging in, getting what annoyance I can out of them. My Protoss shielded Marauders are holding out. I'm surprised they kept his Deepwood Scouts as far as they did. They're gonna travel quite a bit away before they can engage. And I thought I had scouted all his units. Here comes the fat Searing Doom, not overcasted, not upcasted, no miscasting, and it does some pretty damn good damage. Already breaking that line. Why bring the Vortex Beast? Because I just like the monster. And I think if we're going to blob up like we are, it should be great at dealing with pretty much any infantry he throws at me. Not so much the Treeman. I love it as like a Carnifex unit, just to absorb fire, or just to absorb shots while my blues just unload into his arrow pieces, missile pieces. Flock of Doom going down. Luckily we have our shields up, so they'll probably be eating that before they get to boys. Spawn's coming in, trying to deal with everything. Probably going to use Plague of Rust on one of those Treemen or even the Firebarks and have the Spawn go in there and start beating down on them. And this is just beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, it looks like the Changebreaker wanted to bring all these Treemen to play. He was getting cold. He wanted to bring in the Firebarks to warm him up. Man, those Deepwood Scouts are taking forever. As the Deepwood Scouts take forever, I figured my Centaurs might as well just come in and join the fight. Although they don't have great targets. There's so many large targets. You really want a giant mass and lines of units for the Centaurs to really take hold. And I could have traded in at least 2 of them to... Yeah, I think I prefer that now. I'd probably traded in 2 for 2 Chaos Halberds behind the lines with the blues. Could have spread out my blues a bit too, seeing as how I had a bit more numbers than him. Waited till his Flock of Dooms lowered down, and just charged them into where I needed to protect the Vortex Beast. How I could have sent them over here with these Eternals. These Eternal Guards are such a pain in the ass. Eternal! Another solid Searing Doom. Love that explosive damage. Blues are now getting into the fray. He's shooting away my Vortex. No! At least all my blues got their ammunition off. They're so good. Yeah. And I love the Vortex Beast. Even though it got nerfed to shit, I still love it. It deserved the nerfs. This thing was a monster. I mean, it is a monster, but it was an absolute monster, especially in Domination. Domination, there was no stopping this thing, especially with healing. And that's before the nerf. Once you got healing after nerf, the anti-large, the fact that it had 70 melee attack plus 30 from the anti-large. Good times. But Tzeentch has all sorts of new tools to be annoying with. Yeah, I don't think there's that many matchups where Tzeentch doesn't win. There's a few factions that they have trouble with, and those are usually the top ones. The ones that also got insane upgrades, like Cathay, Kislev. Greenskins are just a pain for everyone, so I wouldn't consider them. Although they didn't get an upgrade, they're still a pain in the ass. Treemen and Eternal Guard were distracted long enough that they didn't provide any support in the main. And here come the Deep Woods finally trying to get engaged as we try to peel off these Firebark Elders finally. Along with these Eternal Guard. My Marauders actually have lasted longer than I thought, but when you have this much shield, Protoss shields, and what is it, melee defense? Does the Vortex provide melee defense? It might just be melee attack. Probably is just melee attack. It's chaos. They just want to provide death. That's the most change. And yeah, at this point you're wondering, why aren't the Deepwood Scouts firing? Well, they were not on fire at will, so they won't shoot. I thought they would because they're 360 units. Nope. Turns out they haven't fixed that. So if you have a 360 unit, meaning they can fire in 360 degrees of direction, they will fire regardless if you give them a fire order or not, which is really annoying. But if you take them off fire at will, they won't fire at all, so they can sneak around. And if you don't pay attention and forget about them, they won't fire while the fights are going on, so. Fun factoids. Here comes the nerd's factoid corner. Yeah, the Mutant Vortex BCG slapped around. I'm setting in my caster just to slow down whatever he's got. Eventually my Centaurs. Just trying to get them a little closer with that Searing Doom, and when they do, Centaurs should be able to just peel them. Although they are fresh, and my Centaurs are beating back. And I was scouting, too, for any of his sneaky shenanigans. TMiR is a sneaky little bastard. He likes to do tactical plays, but you do it often enough. Doesn't work. But it worked this time, so I'll give him that. And I thought I could get Dorthu. If I would have got him here, we probably could have came back. Maybe. No, he's still got 2 trees. And high leadership on those treemen. They were pretty much untouched. Yeah, the over-reliance on the Centaurs as each is really what hurt. Not getting his Deepwood Scouts early, too. And that's going to be GG here. It's going to be over. Yep. It's done. Goodbye, Centaurs. GG's TMiR. GG's. Let's look at some of this value. I don't think my caster definitely didn't pay for himself. Neither did my Vortex Beast. Although I still enjoyed it. It was still solid. Centaurs, not so good either. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I could have peeled them back. Oh well. Oh well. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you did, please like, sub, follow me here on YouTube. I'd appreciate it. Since we're on the road to 1,000, come see us on the stream. Come play. Get a replay on. Get some games in with some fellas. If you feel like it, make some friends. I don't know. Yeah, I gotta join the Discord to do that. Alright, folks. With all that said, I hope you all have a good one. Peace and goodbye for now.